Hello, my name is Carol Bariki, and I am doing my second video of the night, first one on this party. And I'd like to welcome you to the tail end of Brandy's party. And I just recently posted a video of a recipe for a main dish, which could also be a nice appetizer. Because I've had not a lot of time this weekend, so I posted it on another party and then I got it on your party, but this is your live version. And since this is Sips and Apps, I really want to tell you about some products that are going to help you get appetizers or nice drinks or things ready for the holiday season. So one of the very first things that I would like to demonstrate tonight is the whipped cream maker. It's pretty unbelievable, and it's hard to believe that it can only make whipped cream in 30 seconds. And someone posted, well, how long does it take for a mixer? It takes a lot longer for a mixer to do it. So, and when they first demonstrated this, they had one person with a whisk, one person with like a KitchenAid mixer, and one person with a whipped cream maker. And it sold me right away. And we have so much fun with it. And hopefully I can show you how easy and quick it is to use. And not only can you make whipped cream with it, but you also can make actual butter. If you want to make whipped butter, you just have to do it a lot longer. It takes 30 seconds. It's usually, when I do it at shows live, the longest 30 seconds of anyone's life, because and it's great for the underarms because you really have to use a little muscle for about 30 seconds. In addition to that, I know a lot of people that have actually whipped scrambled eggs in it, and they say they come out really fluffy. So this is the little jewel, the whipped cream maker. It actually has three parts. It has a top, which actually locks on, and this is the part that actually whips the cream. It has a bowl or a jar that you actually put the cream in, and the little base, which holds it when you're actually whipping the cream, holds it steady on your countertop. It also serves as a cover afterwards, so it's kind of fun. Whipped cream I've made in here, I've kept in my refrigerator for like 4 to 5 days, and it's still great. So it's really a good idea. If you're looking for an appetizer idea, some people do whipped cream bar, where they actually take this and make several versions of whipped cream. You could do just plain whipped cream. You could add peppermint oil, peppermint flavoring. I've done whipped cream where you add a tablespoon of cocoa powder, and then you have chocolate whipped cream. Really, the sky's the limit. You could add any pumpkin pie spice and make pumpkin, even a little pumpkin flavor in it. So there's just lots of different things you can do. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to do this, and then I'm going to show you a couple other products that we use that will help you get in some quick and easy appetizer ideas. This shouldn't take too long. This is actually going to take 30 seconds. So we start out with the little silicone lid on the base. And to make whipped cream, you need heavy whipping cream. And this, you can buy it. This is actually a pint, but a half pint fits perfectly in here. And I don't know if you can tell, but up here there's actually a little line. You want to fill the heavy whipped cream just below that little line, and you're just going to pour it in. If it's a half pint, you just use the whole container. Then I can reuse this for later. Now, the recipe that comes with it tells you to use a tablespoon of powdered sugar. Powdered sugar we use because granulated sugar would actually scratch it. But I have to tell you, 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar is not enough. It tastes a little bit this side of butter when you do that. So I have one of my little prep bowls that I have powdered sugar in. These come in a set of 6, very handy around the kitchen. I use them for a lot of different things. We are going to use my adjustable measuring spoon. This is the tablespoon that goes all the way down to a teaspoon. We're going to use 3 tablespoons of whipped cream. 1. And I'm not real careful about exactly how much I put in, because who cares if a little more gets in. And Brandy, glad you're watching. If you were here, I would make you do this. So, because it's always fun to have the host do it, but this is so easy that at a lot of shows that I do, kids do it. So the next thing you're going to do is just Actually, I think I was going to add a little bit of vanilla. So I have, you don't have to add vanilla, but I think today we're just going to add a half a teaspoon of vanilla. And this is a small, easy read measuring. It goes this way, just full measuring spoon. You don't even have to mix it up. You just put that in there. You tighten up the lid. And then I'm going to grab my phone, which probably isn't anywhere by me. I'm going to get it. And I'm going to set my timer for 30 seconds. You get to watch me do the work. Now, I will advise you, if you're doing this, to try to do it on something that's a little lower, not real high up. This should be okay here. And I'm going to set my thing here for 30 seconds. And basically, you hang on to it. You, with whatever hand you want to use the hand. If you're right-handed, you want to use your right hand for this. If you're left-handed, you'd hold it with your right hand and do it with your left hand. But I'm going to turn this around here and get this there. So you can watch it. And when I don't want 3 minutes. All right, so here we go. You're just going to pump up and down as fast as you can for about 30 seconds. And it really seems like a long time. I know I'm covering it. You can see me moving it in there. I honestly think if you did this with both arms, you'd really have great muscles. 10 seconds to go. 7. There you go. 30 seconds. Okay, stop. There. Now I'm going to take the cover off. And you, Brandy, if you're the only one on here, you'll be the first one to see. After 30 seconds, you have beautiful whipped cream. And if you do it longer, it gets thicker. But I'm actually going to use one of these spoons to just kind of scrape it down. At my live shows, I usually let whoever whips the cream be the person that gets to lick it. But at this time of year, there's a couple things you could do with this. You could use this for a quick dessert. You know, a dish of ice cream with some hot fudge and a little dollop of whipped cream is great. You could also use it for, oh yeah, I know, it is really cool. I gotta show you. There it is, and there it is. And we can put the cover on and store it. I agree, it's cool. And it tastes good. You can also, for those of you that like fancy coffee, crazy thing, you can also use this in your coffee in the morning, every morning if you want. So that's pretty fun. Now, the next thing I want to show you is the manual food processor. I did have a request to see it in action, so we're going to move up close here. And I have various chopping tools. Chopping tools are going to help you get an appetizer or a meal on the table quickly. This is our utility knife, our 5-inch utility knife. Forged cutlery, it's full tang, which means the seal goes all the way through. It does have a lifetime guarantee. It's a great way to chop. Also, any of our chef's knives, and we have 2 kinds of knives. We have the forged cutlery, and we also have the color-coded knives. Both are good quality knives. These are the only ones that have a lifetime guarantee, but there is nothing worse when you're actually trying to cut if you don't have a sharp knife. And Brandy, you can make, besides whipped cream, you could actually whip coconut milk. I know some people have done that. Make scrambled eggs. Those are the two basic things that you can do there. It makes really fluffy scrambled eggs. So thanks for your question. Now, to get back to the chopper, You can chop anything on a cutting board with a knife, and if you have a lot of time, then it's fun to do that. But let's talk a little bit about the manual food processor. Many people don't like to cry when they're cutting onions. So this is our manual food processor. It has 3 parts: a base, the blades, which are extremely sharp, but they're designed so that nothing gets stuck under them. And our base has a silicone rim on it so it doesn't slide around on your countertop. The top fits in to this little hexagon here. It fits together and it just sets on a little post in there. When it's all together, all you do to make it work is pump. Again, another really great tool for your underarms. So I'm going to show you. You're going to take, let's say you want to cut an onion up. Now, first of all, most people cut themselves on a cutting board when something is rolling around on it. So you want to make sure that you hold it carefully and cut a flat part. If you were going to chop this on a cutting board, you definitely want to have a flat side. And if you don't use all your onion, leave the stem part intact and put it in your refrigerator. What I'm going to do, now that I have a flat side, is just chunk this a little bit. And 4 chunks is all that I need right now. But if you were going to do a bunch of onions, you would probably want to not fill it all the way up to the top, just like you wouldn't do if you had an actual electric food processor. You definitely wouldn't want to do it that way either. So you're going to just put this cover on. Make sure it's inside that little hexagon. And then I just have to get closer here. You're just going to pump, and you'll see it in action. So in a couple seconds, you have chopped onions. If you want to chop them more, you just chop them. Now, one of the main things that I like to use this for, so these are nice finely chopped onions, is for fresh salsa. And if you want to make fresh salsa in here, then what I suggest you do is you start with your onions. And it also comes with a cover that goes over the top. So if you just want to chop onions and leave it in your refrigerator till the next day, you can. For salsa, I don't have all the ingredients today, but what I would do to make some fresh homemade pico kind of salsa is you'd start with onions, put as much onion as you want. Then I would add any kind of pepper you're going to use. So if you're going to use like a jalapeno pepper for more spiciness, then you could put that in there. I usually chop that kind of thing with a chopper. This is the second kind of chopper we have. This has been around since Pampered Chef started. Basically, it comes all apart. It's really a great piece. You can wash it in your dishwasher. If you lose a part, you can get it replaced. You can also chop, you can chop in this little base. So if you want to chop nuts or onions or whatever, or you can also chop right on a cutting board or a cutting mat. So you could take, what I used to do is cook chicken and put it on a big cutting mat in pieces on a cutting board, and I could chunk it all up, the cooked chicken of course, in like 5 minutes and make a quick chicken salad. Now, say you have some recipes that you want to make when you get home later in the week. Maybe you want to chop all your onions ahead of time. You can either use this, store them all in the refrigerator, or you can just use the manual food processor, or the chopper, which you use the heel of your hand. Just bang down on it. And as you can see, it chops 1, 2, 3, 4 is kind of big chunks. If you go even more, you can make smaller chunks, and you can leave whatever you want right on your cutting board. And again, these cutting mats, they don't cut through on your mat. So you can chop anything you want, and you can do this all separately. Some people have both of them. Some people prefer this one over this one. It's really a personal preference. What I would do to make salsa is I would add tomatoes chunked up. And again, I wouldn't add them all at one time. Just keep processing them. Definitely the harder things first, the softer things last. I would add fresh lime juice, some fresh cilantro, a jalapeno pepper, or you could just use green pepper, and some salt, and you've got a fresh pico. You could also add any kind of peppers. I mean, there's lots of things you could add, but you definitely want to have the lime juice and the cilantro to get the, unless you don't like cilantro, to get a nice pico flavor. You can store it right in here, and that is a great quick appetizer that you can make in like 5 minutes. You just have to have the ingredients on hand. This does lock, so you can store it in your cupboard locked up with nothing in it. Now I'm going to just tell you about a couple quick and easy appetizers that you can make. This is one of our pieces of stoneware that's glazed on both sides. This is the medium platter. It's the gray stone color, and they call this sandstone. You can bake on this just like on any stoneware, but it makes a wonderful serving dish. Just have to figure out how you can see it. All right. So I decided I always have on hand these lovely sauces, and these are from Pampered Chef. We do have I did talk about in the other video about some of our spices. This is a Pampered Chef spicy rum sauce, or I'm sorry, spicy pineapple rum sauce, and this is the raspberry habanero sauce. Here is the quick and easy recipe that doesn't take a lot of work. You buy a block of cream cheese, and it can be the light cream cheese or the regular cream cheese. You open it up and you put it in the center of this platter, or your own platter. You take either the raspberry habanero or the spicy pineapple rum, or you could actually cut it in half and put the pineapple on one side and the raspberry on the other. Spread crackers around, and it is the best appetizer that you can imagine. You can use crackers, you can use bread, you can even use vegetables if you want. The other thing that this sauce is great on chicken or fish, but this is also really, really good. The raspberry habanero is great on brownies, believe it or not. You could actually have little pieces of brownies, some pieces of cream cheese, and this sauce on the side, and it's absolutely fabulous. So that is a quick and easy recipe. I'm going to be posting, I think, one more recipe for an appetizer, but really, you know, it's more presentation and more the things that you have on hand. The other thing I wanted to show you, another thing for a party, is these are our quick stir pitchers. We have 2 sizes, and I think it always helps to see the 2 sizes. This is the regular size, and this holds 2 quarts. This is the family size, which holds 4 quarts. So you can see, looking at them like this, they're quite a bit different in size. But they make a great pitcher to mix up drinks. And I know we had some alcoholic drinks, but one of my favorite recipes for a party at this time of year is called Cran Raspberry Fizz. And you use frozen cranberry juice, like a little 12-ounce can of it, ginger ale, fresh lime juice, and then you have lime slices in it. And you can also, you know, just throw some raspberry sorbet in to make it kind of foamy, and it is absolutely delicious. The onions are making me cough. Excuse me. Never do a live video with onions in front of you. So anyway, both of these are great. The one thing I do want to show you, lost my voice, is you could actually plunge and mix all your ingredients. So sorry. So anyway, so if you make fresh orange juice or lemonade, it all mixes up. It settles, and you can mix it up. So I hope that this, I'm sorry about losing my voice. I had a cold last week. So I hope this helps you, and be sure that you look at my other video that I posted on your page. And I will have, tomorrow's our last day of the party, so we'll have a few more posts. If you want to order anything or if you have questions, just let me know. And I really appreciate all the comments that you've made on this page. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day.